So a new Labyrinth monster just got announced in Age of Overlord, and I don't even know what to think anymore. The card is called Arias the Labyrinth Butler and has 2 effects. The first one reads, during the main phase quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. From your hand, either special summon a Labyrinth monster or set a normal trap card. And yes, of course, it can be activated this turn. Yep, alright, okay, sure. Oh, and the card has a second effect too, by the way. When your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of a Labyrinth card or effect, except Arias the Labyrinth Butler, or of a normal trap card or effect, and this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Cool story, but I only care about the first effect. This card casually just allows you to use a normal trap card on turn 0, just like that, just like that. Yo, what was Konami thinking when they designed this card? Yeah, Labyrinth was too slow, the deck wasn't winning enough, so they obviously needed more support, right? This card is bonkers and I can't believe it's this generic and this powerful. This card makes going first in trap decks even better and also compensates for going second whenever you lose the dice roll. Oh, so you're going second against a deck that loses to D-Bear? Fantastic, enjoy resolving D-Bear on turn 0 now. And honestly, even though this feels really nasty, I do believe that it might be one of the weaker applications for this card. You would literally be able to resolve Eradicator Virus going second on turn 0. You see, Labyrinth was already kind of a combo deck before, disguised as a trap deck, but this just makes it even more apparent. Now the deck basically turned into Tier Laments 2.0. Your turn? Nah, our turn. Thanks to Kuklok, you were already able to resolve trap cards going second on turn 0, and of course with the furniture monsters, you can access your engine right away. Depending on your hands, you might be able to resolve a Lovely on turn 0 as well as a Search with Lady. But now with Arias, you can do all of that more consistently and also access other kind of normal trap cards on turn 0 right away. Quite literally any normal trap card can be accessed to with this card, and it just shows how powerful it really is. Because if this card was limited to Labyrinth only, sure it would be good, but it wouldn't be unfair. But yeah, I mean right now Infinite Impermanence is a decent hand trap, but imagine using Torrential Tribute as a hand trap. You could even resolve a Karma Cannon on your opponent's turn, get rid of a bunch of Link monsters, and make everything face down so that they end on nothing. And again, this is all surface level, low brain plays, there is way better out there. I mean, even in other decks, this card could be really nasty. Like for example, in Dark Magician, you would be able to use Magician's Navigation going second on turn 0. In Exorcister, you would be able to use Vadis and then summon 2 monsters, and if your opponent interacts with a graveyard, you can summon 2 Xyz monsters. If you're running the Buster Blader engine in your deck and you actually draw Arias in Prologue, you are going to win 100% guaranteed. Imagine skill draining your opponent going second with a trap card. And Dinomorphia can do literally the exact same thing with Frenzy or Domain. Gold Pride could use Start Your Engines going second and, funny enough, actually start their engine and stop the opponent. But the beauty about this card is being able to turn super slow trap cards into actual threats. Like for example, Sales Pitch is absolute trash if you have to wait 2 full turns to use it. But if you can use it on the very first turn of your opponent and then use the card that you search right away on your first turn, you're fine. And you can also use a lot of really nasty blowout side deck cards with Arias. For example, if your opponent plays an Xyz based deck, you can resolve Xyz Universe on turn 0, which is really stupid. You out there are 2 Xyz monsters and you summon like a Kali Yuga. Or if you just want a generic way to clear all of the extra deck monsters your opponent summoned, you can just use Get Out. The only limit with this card I want to say is that you can only use normal trap cards with it, and you can only use the cards that you actually draw, not that you had said before. But hey, if you draw Trap Trick, it's pretty much the equivalent of drawing any normal trap card in your deck. This card allows trap decks to actually keep up the pace with combo decks, which is something that a lot of players will appreciate. It also makes Trap Mirrors really nasty because now you can resolve Heavy Storm Duster on your opponent's turn, or even straight flush. Imagine, it's pretty much like resolving a Harpy's Feather Duster, but your opponent can't use the Solemn Judgments that he said that turn. Again, this card is straight up amazing in trap decks generically, but straight up unfair in Labyrinth. And honestly, I do believe that this card means that Labyrinth will finally get hit because there's no way the deck can be at full power with the Virus trap cards and with this card. Something has to go eventually. And this card also stacks up advantage really quickly and allows you to get a lot of recursion alongside the other furniture monsters that you're playing. So now from your graveyard, you can get back Kuklok, Chandra, Stovey, as well as this card. And the Welcome Labyrinth, by the way. Labyrinth can straight up go to like Chainlink 5 only using graveyard effects. That's ridiculous. So regardless of how we slice it, this is by far one of the most impactful trap card support we have ever seen in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! If this card doesn't end up getting banned one day, it'll definitely change the direction that trap decks will take forever. If you didn't like trap decks before this card was a thing, you like them even less now. And on the flip side, if you loved trap decks before, you're gonna love them even more. I think this card is equally as scary as it is entertaining, and that's why, again, I love it. I mean, you already know I'm making an updated Cyber Dragon combo video with this card. Anyways, I really want to hear what you guys actually have to say about this card. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.